Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 o'clock news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of New Bern, where MumFest is right around the corner. Get ready, get set. October 11th and 12th. MumFest will be happening, and it's got something for everyone as the fall season really kicks into gear. Now, during MumFest, Swiss Bern, the city of New Bern, will welcome over 250 vendors with handmade arts and crafts, commercial, nonprofit, local businesses, and dozens upon dozens of food vendors featuring cuisine from all around the world. Now, MumFest will feature festivities throughout the downtown footprint, including Union Point Park, a music stage, beer garden, and kids zone. For a detailed list of events, you can follow a link on our website, WITN.com. And now we want to turn our attention to late night television as the return of Jimmy Kimmel happens coming up tonight. NBC's Liz Kreutz has more.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jimmy Kimmel set to return to ABC tonight. Overnight, Stephen Colbert celebrating.
Our long national late nightmare is over.
It comes nearly a week after Disney and ABC indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live, following pressure from the head of the FCC over comments Kimmel made about Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
In a statement, Disney saying they initially suspended production to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country, calling Kimmel's comments ill-timed and thus insensitive, saying they're bringing him back after spending the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. Sinclair, one of the largest station groups in the country, saying it still won't run Kimmel's show on any of its ABC affiliates, writing, "Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return." Previously, Sinclair had demanded a direct apology from Kimmel to the Kirk family and a donation to the family and Kirk's organization. Following conservative outrage, Disney suspended Kimmel after an apparent threat from FCC Chairman Brendan Carr.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
On Monday, Carr insisting government pressure played no role in Kimmel's suspension.
Jimmy Kimmel is in the situation that he's in because of his ratings, not because of anything that's happened at the federal government level.
Disney's new decision coming amid growing protests. More than 400 celebrities, including Tom Hanks, Jennifer Aniston, and Meryl Streep, condemning the decision to pull Kimmel off the air. And the stars of ABC's The View also speaking out.
Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air, but the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silenced.
And again, that was Liz Kreutz reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast, and today it's been a warmer day than where we were yesterday, but of course our main focus right now is what is happening in the tropics, as we may end up seeing some impacts from some of these systems later on down the line. And you're wondering, okay, well, when's later on down the line? Potentially by the end of this coming weekend. So it's something we do need to pay attention to fairly closely. Again, if we need to make any sort of adjustments to our hurricane kits at home, now's the time to do so, just in case things start to turn for the worse. But right now, we've got our eyes on two areas of concern. One being that red X you're seeing there in the center of the Atlantic, surrounded by quite a cluster of thunderstorms. That has a 50% chance of tropical development over the next 48 hours. Over the next 7 days, goes up to a 90% chance of tropical development. Something we'll continue to keep an eye on, but it's a system that's a little bit closer to the Leeward Islands. That orange X you're seeing there, that's the one that may bring a little bit more in terms of impacts to eastern North Carolina's forecast. Right now, it's got a 20% chance of tropical development over the next 48 hours. Over the next 7 days, that goes up to a 60% chance. But it's more the position of the system and where it's going to be heading. The fact that right now it's just north of the Leeward Islands, it'll stay just to the north of Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, before again kind of cruising over the Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas. From there, that's when it starts to drift its way a little bit further northward. Now, models have again been, we'll say, under a lot of disagreement with regards to that system. With this system, however, everything is pointing in the right direction for us. Hurricane Gabrielle, right now 140 mile an hour maximum sustained winds, moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. This is a system that is racing away from North America. So unlike the other two systems, this one is heading out into the Atlantic and eventually may end up impacting Europe down the line. Now, we do have to mention we do have, again, sunny skies over the Sanitary Restaurant, over the Intercoastal Waterway. However, there are some rain showers starting to pop up along a sea breeze front thanks to the rising humidity. We haven't had a sea breeze front in quite some time because humidity levels have been low, but with the added moisture in the air, we're getting a better opportunity for some cluster thunderstorms across parts of Onslow, Jones, Craven, down East Carteret County, even Pamlico, Southern Beaufort, and Hyde County seeing some rain showers developing because of that sea breeze front, because of that temperature difference we're seeing between inland areas and folks a little bit closer to the water. Right now, Havelock has kind of been the main recipient of some of those thunderstorms, but it's really the area between New Bern and Havelock that is seeing the most rain thus far this afternoon. Those raindrops may spread a little bit further northward. Washington, right now, you guys are looking okay, but may end up seeing some rain showers later on today. 84 degrees right now, feels like 87. Dew point in the mid-60s will be rising again over the next 48 hours. Air temperatures out your door, most of us in the mid to upper 80s for inland areas, but as you get closer to the water, you're seeing a little bit more variance with your air temperatures. Stumpy Point showing up with a 92-degree reading. I don't know if I'm believing a full 92 there in southern Dare County, but certainly warm. Swan Quarter nearby is at 87. We've got 81 in Manio, 83 in Hatteras, 77 in Oriental. So again, a wide spread of temperatures around the Sounds, but with the added threat of a few showers and thunderstorms, it's going to be difficult to really maintain any sort of the hot temperatures that usually we associate with this time of year. Now, as far as your humidity change goes, most of us, again, are registering an increase in the amount of humidity present over our skies. Now, that is the case across just about all of eastern North Carolina, save for a few spots. Goldsboro, right now, 48-degree dew point, 53 in Williamson, 56 in Ahoskie, 60 in Rocky Mount. Those are even 61 degrees in Greenville. Those areas, again, relatively low dew points compared to, again, your surrounding areas. That dry air is not going to be sticking around long. Higher humidity will be the story throughout tomorrow as well as Thursday, and then an incoming front will kind of steal the show from the humidity. But regardless, that humidity, unfortunately, is going to be sticking around through Friday and potentially even Saturday, because that front that will eventually give us the relief is going to take its time fully pulling away from the coast. So for the rest of this afternoon, air temperatures again hovering right around the mid-80s. Southeasterly winds coming in at around 4 to 8 miles an hour and a chance of, again, some scattered thunderstorms around the east. But we're not looking again at complete coverage. It's going to be fairly spotty. For tomorrow, again, a little bit more fog in the morning. That's something, again, that we're going to see because of the humidity. The higher your dew points are, the better opportunity you have for some fog, especially with calmer winds early on in the morning, which, as you can see, we will very much have. The cloud cover and the fog will burn off as we head towards lunchtime, leaving us with mostly sunny skies in the afternoon and air temperatures that will be climbing into the upper 80s. Get ready again for some more heat. 89 degrees tomorrow, 90 on Thursday, and then the front arrives coming up late Thursday evening into Friday morning and kind of lasting all day on Friday. 70% chance of rain will be present early on in the morning and will stick with us through your Friday afternoon and Friday evening, even carrying over into Saturday. By Sunday, a lot of those showers will be pulling away from the area, leaving us with cooler temperatures, not only for your daytime highs, but your overnight lows as well. And that will lead to a more September or even almost October-like feel by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday of next week. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Tuesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.